have to say a few words.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. All right, very good. So as you guys heard, my name is Chang-Diaz. I am the state senator from the 2nd Suffolk District. Anyone know where that is? Yes. Roxbury, Dorchester, Mission Hill, Fenway, South End, Lake Plain. So I represent you guys in the state senate, and I'm very proud to do so. But I am also here, even though I don't officially represent the youth from the other parts of the state. As you heard earlier, youth jobs and youth safety is a statewide issue, and I know that we do have so many young people from across the state, and I thank you all for coming here to make your voice heard. And I want to give a special shout out. I see Adam's mom in the front row, and I remember meeting you on a less happy day, and I thank you so much for the work that your son did. To do advocacy either on this issue or other issues? Yeah. All right, so we got some veterans. How many of you are here for the first time? All right, there you go. Thank you for coming out. How many of you who are here for the first time, or if it's not your first time, how many of you are a little nervous about talking with your legislators? A little bit? Okay, you can be honest. A lot of people who come into the State House to advocate on their issue are doing a great thing, and I think many of you are those people because you're nervous. You're not sure how it's going to go. You're not sure what to say. A lot of people, when they come to the State House, are not sure where they're allowed to go and if they're allowed to come into legislators' offices. But you're doing it anyways, even though you might be nervous and it might be a little scary. And I commend you for that, even though it's a little scary to do the thing that you're afraid of anyways. And it makes a big difference when you come, not just when you come to the State House, when you write letters, when you make phone calls, when you send us an email, but also when you show up here with your human face and tell your human story. And I want to just highlight that because I know that a lot of people think that when they take the time to make their opinion known to their legislator, that they don't really hear it, right? How many of you have thought, well, I'm not going to take time to make a phone call because that message isn't going to get to my state senator or my state legislator, right? Or they might see it on a slip of paper, but then it's going to go in the trash bin, and they're not going to really listen. I'm here to tell you that in my office, every single letter, every single email, every single phone call, every time you come to visit our office, we listen and we sweat over responding to you and making sure that we care about what you talk about. So please know that, and know that in other offices, most of my colleagues, they really care. Every single person that they hear comes from their district. But if it's not an individual, if it gets to 5 people from their district that they're hearing from, they know they better pay attention to that issue. So you make a big difference by being here and making your voice heard. A few pointers. When you go, remember that we worked for you, right? If you're nervous talking to your legislator, just remember this person works for me, and this person works for my parents. And be kind to the staff. That's the other thing I want to say. Be kind to the staff. A couple of my staff members are up here in the audience. You guys give a wave. And they work hard for you too. So when you're talking with staff members, know that you are talking indirectly with the legislators and the elected officials, and we rely on them to relay that information. So take them seriously and know that they take you seriously. Secondly, make sure that you listen as much as you talk. This is a mistake that a lot of people make when they come to do advocacy in the State House, is that you're so nervous, you just say all your fact sheet, right? You read off everything we want. We need $8.5 million for this, we need $4 million for this, and then see you later. Don't do that, okay? Stay and ask the question. What are the questions that you guys are going to ask when you go in to talk to your legislators? Who knows? Go ahead, let me see a hand. What are you going to ask? If you don't know, we better figure it out now. Because you want to walk away from that interaction with some information, right? Not just leave them with information, but you want back some information. So what are you going to ask your legislators when you get in there to talk to them? Say it again. Do we have your support, right? That's it. Can we count on your support for funding for this line item, this line item? What's your name, young lady? Amanda. Excellent answer. Round of applause for Amanda. A question and then you let them know that you expect an answer. And maybe they'll be able to give you an answer today when you come into my office, if you talk with me or you talk with my staff, we'll be able to tell you, yes, you can count on me. I will go to the mat to fight for all of those levels of funding for these line items. And then you can mark them down as a yes, and you build in your vote count. They might say, I can't give you an answer on that, I need to learn more about it. When they do that, what are you going to do? What's that? Keep calling, you heard someone say, what else can you do? Give them a little more information. If they need some time to study it, that's what we should do as legislators, right? We're here to study the issues and make a considered decision. Leave your contact information with them and let them know that you expect an answer back, right? That it doesn't just go off into the ether and into the trash bin, but they have to get back to you with an answer, all right? Let them know that you expect an answer back because, again, we work for you. So those are the most important things. Listen for what they say, ask a question, expect an answer back, and leave your contact information so that they will know that you live in their district and you're either voting in their district or your parents are voting in their district. You guys, the last thing that I want to say to you is that it is so wonderful to see you here. We see and we hear, and I know that you see and hear these things too, the stereotypes that young people have, that adults have of young people, particularly young people who live in the cities. You open up the paper, you see all the stories of kids doing wrong, and that's why I love to see you guys here, because you are ambassadors for young people in our state, and you show us that the vast majority of young people in our state are doing exactly what we hope and what we expect of you, which is being positive members of your community, positive agents for social change in your state and in your neighborhood. So keep up the good work. Keep changing people's minds about what young people are about and what young people are like. So keep up the good work, and thank you so much for being here today.